Hello, hello. Hey guys. Just waiting for people to come in. You go to Restream. Hello, hello guys. No, I forgot my charging port or cable. Hey Zoe. Hey David. Hello guys. We are currently going to be doing snaps on stuff. Hopefully I have enough here to do things. Whoa. There we go. Alright. Let's hope it's not too glitchy today. Hello Nicholas. Hello David. Hello Zoe. We are going to be working on putting snaps in some diapers. So yeah. That is the plan. Don't know if I have enough of these snaps. I may have to go find the rest of them. And we're probably going to be moving down to the floor. But basically I'm going to go through my snaps and see if I have any that will, like, match okay, I guess you could say. This one I know, the only one I have to go with this one is white. And it should have enough white. I need about 18 is 36. This one I think I'm going to go with black, because honestly it's got a lot of black in it. So I think we're going to go with black. So we should be good. Alright. That being said, I am having a notoriously bad habit of not putting this one specific tool back where it needs to go. So I've got to find that real quick. Otherwise I cannot do my snaps. That is not good. Oh, there it is. Okay. Morning, Skip. Been hiding behind the couch all morning. There you go. Are these for you or a client? They are for a client, actually. I'm not wearing cloth diapers very much right now. It becomes a very big pain in the butt when you're dealing with bowel incontinence. So, yeah. Sorry that you're hiding this morning, Skip. But, alright. I think we're actually going to move right down to the floor here pretty quick because I gotta... never mind. Wait a minute. Missing one thing. I think I tossed it. I'm going to have to pull it back out. There it is. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Well, that might do. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. There it is. Oops. Needles. Go back in. That's what I needed. And the other one... oh, it's right there. I was like, I literally just saw that. Let's see. All the things came out. You all go back in the garbage can. Clean up, not fun. I'm still in my night diaper right now, guys. I did a boosted crinkles last night. And so I'm kind of riding it out. I can still see that Binky and mine inside joke, yep. But I can still see that there's a lot of, there's not like the letters on the front of the crinkles. It's still not disappeared. I smell a bit like wee, but oh well. Oops, that was too small. Oh, you guys can't see. What kind of material are you using for your cloth? No, I do not use Bird's Eye, actually. I I'm not making pre-folds or anything like that. I'm actually making basically the shell of the diaper for a pocket diaper. So we have a waterproof fabric here. You see it's shiny. Let me pull up OBS so I can see what I'm showing you guys right away. But this side is the plastic side. You can kind of see a little bit of shine to it. And then this is a polyester knit on this side, and it's called PUL, polyurethane laminate. So they take a knit of sorts and they heat bond it to polyurethane, and it makes it waterproof but breathable. And it's a great fabric for the shell of a diaper. In the new year, after the new year, I should say, in the coming months, I would like to kind of want to start doing like working on one product a month. One easy one to be doing is shirts, like t-shirts and things. It's the shell of a pocket diaper, guys. So it's basically, it has the shape of an actual diaper, but it does not have it all sewn in. The absorbency is customizable, so you can put inserts into a pocket. I could pull it out, but I have some in there. But basically, there's a pocket in the back. You slide the inserts in, and that becomes the absorbent part. So yeah, take a look at pocket diapers. Those of you who don't know what they are, take a look at adult pocket diapers or pocket diapers in general, and you'll see kind of what they are. They're actually, honestly, they're a really good cloth diaper option for ease of washing. Unless you talk to Troy, then he's like, nope, pre-folds only. Pre-folds and plastic pants. But yeah, we're gonna start off with these. My bird is out there kind of going nuts. Jimmy is. He's being goofy this morning. First things first, masturbated mater called. It's basically a shell with a liner, so you can slide the absorbent into the liner, and the shell. Yep. Hang on, I'll show you something right here, real quick. I do have a cover. This is the difference between my diapers and the covers. And this is the only difference. But here's a diaper I made the other day. Ooh, we got a thread. Always trimming threads, you guys. They never show themselves when you want them to. But this is what my diapers look like. And once again, let me pull up my screen here. This is what it looks like. Now, this is a diaper cover, so inside we have a nice soft microfleece lining, and this is the stay dry layer. This wicks all the fluid and wetness to the inserts itself, allowing you to feel very dry, and it actually does really work well. Right here, as you can see, is the back. Normally, on a diaper, this would be open, so you'd have a pocket that you open up and you stuff the inserts in. But this is what they look like. This is a custom one that I've done for someone, and I don't typically do this, but really good friend of mine who has given me a lot of business and a lot of help with things, even financially. Meeting them on Friday. But yeah, so it makes for the nice thing of this is it makes for an easy diaper to do on the go and in general. So it's a really nice diaper. 8, 9, 10. 12, 13. What I'm doing right now is I am cutting the tabs for the snap reinforcements. My suspender is underneath, and it's kind of like falling off my shoulder. Underneath suspenders. But this reinforces it so that the snaps don't accidentally pull through because of just one layer. Wait, we are at 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That is one side. We'll go with with a 19. 20, 21, 22, 23. This is my least favorite part of doing diapers. Where's me? Oh. 24, 25. I like the rounded tabs instead of the... Yeah, so I kind of do too. Actually, you know what's surprising is that the rounded tabs are not as popular in the baby diapers now. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Ouch, my finger. 31, 32. 33, 34, 35, 36. We're going to leave those to themselves for a moment. I have to go feed and water Horsey. I will chat later. See you. Alright. Yeah. Hit me up later, Zoe. Why don't you just use a strip of cloth instead of cut? I used to do that. However, it becomes a big pain in the arse. Because basically, I'll show you what. Because I have to get this out anyway. So basically, when I'm doing my snaps, I have this thingy. And I put them in. It doesn't allow for as much stretchability if I put a strip going across. It then limits the way that the diaper stretches and everything, and it just changes everything a little bit. And I didn't like that. It's also very hard to handle a strip when you're going along with the snap, because you have to hold on to the strip and put it in. Oh, it's a pain in the butt. And what? Oh, goodness sakes. I need to tighten up this suspender here. So it became an issue, and I used to do it that way. I got so frustrated every time. And this just works much better because basically, let me show you. All of these will have been pre-poked. I stick this in there. So we got snap in here. And then I just have to pick this up, put it in the back, pop this under, and go bloop, and it's done. Whereas with a strip, I have to like hold the strip, make sure it's not tucked anywhere, and then bloop, bloop, bloop. And then it just causes a lot of different issues. So it's just the thing I've discovered. I hear Zelly's feet. Hola, Zelly. I have pocket diaper patterns for adult. I just haven't sold one. Yeah, Skip, definitely. There's a lot of. It seems like it would be so easy, but there's a lot of things you kind of have to realize with cloth diapers, like, for example, when you get the diaper sewn together and you're putting in the elastic and everything, you're top stitching it, you have to make sure that, number one, the elastic is on here so that it turns you have to make sure the elastic is on a certain side so that it turns in instead of outward and all this fun stuff. So it's definitely not as easy as you think. I had so many mistakes. I have several diapers in my closet. It's a tie-dye diaper. No, this is a bisexual flag diaper. Oh. Yeah. Why doesn't it have unicorns? Because there's unicorns on that. Yes, I know this, but so yeah, there's a lot of things that you have to really learn with diaper making. Like, there's a difference in the lining fabrics. Like, there's the three most common are microfleece, suede, it's Alova or something like that, and then wicking jersey. And I've used all three. Suede is horrible because it is like a lot. You have to have a lot of pressure on the suede in order for it to allow fluid to pass through it. So it really is not a great option. Whereas with microfleece, that has very little pressure that has to be added to it. Same thing with athletic wicking jersey. I like the microfleece better than the wicking jersey because I feel like you have a much drier feeling, and I think it helps reduce the wicking to the PUL. But yeah, it's crazy. Like the things I've had to learn. But I wish Fluffy was here right now. Fluffy, are you here? Because Fluffy will be happy to hear. I've actually spoken to the Diaper Dynamo today a lot, aka Mark. And he's talking about revamping his channel. And Fluffy was asking about it. But so that is some good news. He's been looking at things today, so it was nice. It's nice talking to him. I haven't talked to him in so long. Mark, if you're watching, hello. But I like that shirt on you. It's awesome.
It's loud.
Yes, it is. But it was what I had here to work with.
I feel like a pediatric nurse.
You could actually probably go with the size down in that for like general shirts if you want. No, you like it that big?
Because if it goes any size
True.
down, it's gonna show my fat.
It's gonna show my fat. But it's he's kind of off the screen for a little bit. Yeah, he has been. He's been doing a lot, working on himself and things like that. But we might see a comeback of his channel here, which would be fantastic. I absolutely greatly look up to him. He was very influential in my life and in my business starting off. Well, we did a business together, but it was very influential. But yeah, I only did that one because I had it on hand. I only did that fabric because I had it on hand. But yeah. What's wrong with a pediatric nurse? It's cute. She doesn't like loud shirts outside the PJ range.
Like loud shirts when it's not 100% loud.
Yeah.
Like this has to be
like your other
change
shirt.
the sleeve.
Like the shirt that you have over there sitting on the shelf. She likes this shirt a lot, and had I been able to make it like this, had I been able to do this, I would have. Oh, I don't know if they can see it. Hang on, let me see what we can see. Real time here.
That's what this is what I like, because the sleeves and the back.
That's what I would have done.
However, this one's 100% Rugrats, and I'm just like, that's a little intense.
But it's great for a PJ shirt.
Yes, it is.
It's a very comfy fabric.
Who's the pads for?
This is for Adam. So Adam is getting this he ordered. But he's getting stickers and this and this. And I think I'm going to give him this because he loves them. He loves
Where
Stitch.
did you get that?
Walmart. It's a knockoff Tsum Tsum thing.
Yeah.
And then he gets to pick. This is his choice because these are the 3 commissions he had done. And he gets to pick if he wants to keep the print or the original. I think, I mean, he can take the original if he wants. It's really up to him.
Yeah.
That's up.
I mean,
if he wants to keep it safe,
you should probably keep all of your originals.
Yeah, but because it's up to him. If he wants to keep the original safe here, that's fine.
Yeah.
But also, I packed up a bunch of little prints for my mom. I made like 3x5.
I always let the artist keep the original because, like, I just want the commission. I want the picture.
Yeah.
But
Skip says, "But you look fine."
But I'm self-conscious.
She is very self-conscious. Yeah. I agree with it. I would wear it out because I am a very loud person when it comes to that. I'm the one that wears my onesies out and about, stuff like that. She's not like that. She's like Violet from The Incredibles, where she wants to be invisible.
Pretty much. I'm a very... No. I don't like drawing additional attention to myself.
We may have to purchase a new e-cig because we're starting to get burning smell from it.
You're gonna have to fucking deal until.
I know. I might have. I'm gonna actually see what the Black Friday sales are at the e-cig shop.
Fair.
Because if they have a really good sale, then I can probably buy it on my own money.
Fair. However, you need to talk to them. Because they told you the battery would be fine, but it killed your e-cig.
Yeah, I know.
And they're responsible for that because they gave you misinformation.
Yeah. Well, I think what originally happened is somehow...
It doesn't matter what originally happened. They got you a brand new e-cig, you put the batteries in it knowing that they would be fine, because that's what they said.
Yeah.
And it fucking took your e-cig.
Yeah. You can be shy also, yeah. You did good last night, Skip, though, in Discord. You did fantastic. Our guys are pretty good. DT and Connor kind of go at it a bit, but...
Kind of. A bit.
A lot. They are seriously like siblings, those two.
I mean...
Oh, no, you should have seen it last night. Izzy got in there. Izzy's semi-new. Izzy is super duper political.
Oh, God.
And we were talking about gasoline, because Connor was getting gas.
Okay.
And DT was like, oh, the days when I used to be able to use regular, he's like, I have to use premium, I can't even do the mid-range stuff.
Okay.
And Izzy jumped in with well, gas in this country is way too cheap, blah, 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 and all this political stuff on why it's too cheap, and him and DT started to get into it, and Connor's like, guys, stop right there. He's like, this is going to go way too far. Everybody's going to yell. And I'm like, DT, at this point, please, don't get into political discussions with Izzy. You know how he is. Like, come on. He's like, subsidizing suburbia, all this blah, 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 blah. We should be charging more. We're like, DT's like, it's not going to work to charge people for living in a certain area.
Honestly and truly, all the money goes purely to big oil, and if they increase it, it would still go to big oil companies. So, no matter what you...
Yeah, exactly. That's what DT was trying to say. It was so funny. And then Connor's like, drop the subject, boys. And I am about lit into Izzy. After everything that I went through yesterday with my group, that's for this. It's my reinforcement. After everything I went through with my stupid group yesterday, I was like, I was not putting up with any shit.
Okay, so 100% I'm putting on a button.
A button maker?
Miss making buttons.
If we ever get a button maker, I'd be so happy.
I know how to operate them.
I know.
Take care of them.
Button makers are not cheap, though.
They are not. Well, in reality, the button maker is actually fairly reasonable. It's only a couple $100.
Yeah.
It is getting the material over and
Even
over and
then,
over.
yeah. But if you're selling them, and I could sell them easily.
Oh, I plan that when you start going to con, you're getting a button maker.
Oh yeah.
And because KidCon that worked so well, because they could literally pick what they wanted and you turned it into a button.
Good Skip. Yeah, it was like it was just like, that's not gonna work. Yes, let's penalize the people who have to live in a certain part of the country or whatever. And it was just gonna be a big blow up, and I'm just like, I'm not dealing with this shit. And then Izzy went in the chat and posted a bunch of links after Connor told him to drop the subject, and then he's like, so what's everyone doing tonight? And I'm like, I'm gonna smack you. And I almost said something, and
I'm gonna be polite, and I'm gonna stand over here so we're actually talking to your listener.
Oh, okay. But yeah, it was like, I was not putting up with shit. What went on the group yesterday was just like a blow up. Poor Tony had to do like 2 videos because first off, everybody blew up over the one picture. Then he had to go back in because somebody actually like just lambasted him, and he was like, it was funny because he got on there, he's like, I have like 3 or 4 people that have been with this group from the very beginning, and he named off the 3 of us that have been there since the beginning. I think we were the first 3 original members.
Yeah.
And I've become his mod. So he was like talking about it, and you don't you dare attack administrator who has the power to boot your ass. And he's like, also, Brittany is one of the most trusted people in this community. She deals with all these issues, yet she still lives life. And he's like, you sure as hell better not attack her.
Do they know your AVDL?
Tony does.
Tony does.
And a lot of them down there do, because, a lot of us are both. Most of us, but we keep it civil in that group because it's an incontinence group.
Yeah, not everyone's comfortable with that.
And like one of my friends who, I don't know if he watches my channel anymore, but we used to talk all the time. And he's getting on there about how he doesn't want to see pictures, blah, 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 and all this. And I'm like, dude, you had a YouTube channel where you walked around your room in a shirt and diaper.
Legit.
You really don't have a say in this. When you have a YouTube channel where you show everybody in your diaper.
Yep.
You know, it's like, come on. This is just a bunch of two-faced
hypocrisy.
shit. And I know for a fact this person has dabbled in the ABDL community.
Fair.
And I'm like, dude, you are just... And that's one reason don't talk to this person anymore. Because they're just a Debbie Downer in general. But it was like, he's just spouting off all this stuff about it. And I'm like, dude. Yeah, no, they're there. I'm watching them.
I'm making you focus on your work again.
Ah. But it was like, he's just being so two-faced. And then one of the girls comes to me and she's like, I'm really new to this. She's like, I went from one day having full control to all of a sudden I don't have control. And I'm like, I was the same way. I was literally standing at my oven making macaroni and cheese when an hour previous to that I had used the bathroom. And then boom, I pee my pants and that's the last time I ever felt my bladder. He says he likes that. It's fine listening to both of us talk. But it was like, I'm like, I understand that, but at the same time, you can't go fucking reporting every single picture to us because you are new or you are stressed about your incontinence. It's like, this is what people are struggling with. This person went through...
If you have a problem with the pictures, unfollow the group and they won't come up on your feed.
Well, it's not even that. It doesn't come up on our feed, really. Mm-hmm. This one is closed, so it doesn't really come up on feeds too much. But you'll get a notification. So-and-so posted a picture.
Okay. Turn off notifications for that group. You can do that.
And I was just like, guys, even that, you can be like, unfollow photos from this person. Mm-hmm. And they're like, well, keep it in the comments. The comments still show up on the post. Mm-hmm. Like, come on.
No. And you change your settings according to how you want it. Because we're adults, motherfucker.
That's the thing, Skip. Like, this one dude who actually got banned from the group yesterday outright said that the only reason people post any pictures in this group is for sexual gratification.
That's not true.
And I know full well this dude that posted the picture, number one, he's posted lots of pictures before. Mm-hmm. It was a very un-ABDL diaper. It was pure white. And he was like, dude, I just went through this diaper in like 4 hours type thing.
Yeah.
And I've never done that, type thing. And he's like, no, it does that.
I know.
He's like, this is only for self-gratification. And then he said to the moment that, your site is a glorified ABDL site. And this dude's like, don't you dare say that. Yeah. He's like, and this group has been around for years.
Yeah.
It's been like 5-6 years at this point. And it's like, he has worked to keep this group an incontinence support group. And it's
not an ABDL.
It's literally that. But he's also, we're incontinent and we wear diapers and we're proud of it that we're taking this step to control our lives. Whether it's a printed diaper or not. He is like, I will never stop posting pictures of a diaper I'm wearing just because it's a printed diaper.
Honestly and truly, if you want the stigma to go away and you want people to get comfortable with it, it's because you post it.
That's the other thing. That is my other soapbox I'm going to stand on. There is a diaper stigma purely because the incontinent community. Yep. That is the only reason there's a stigma.
Well, the other thing is that for newly incontinent individuals, I can see where posting pictures in a closed group can help them accept the fact that it's okay. That's part of the reason I think that, like, transgender individuals and, like, people who are gay and in the LGBT community have such an easy time coming out now is because they are seeing an acceptance through the internet by posting pictures of themselves through their transitions, videos of first month on T, second month on T.
We have one member. Somebody reported her picture yesterday because because I said something, I'm like, you guys flipped out about this diaper picture, saying it's ABDL and self-gratification, yet this girl, who is, by the way, trans, posted a picture of her in her nursery cuddles diaper. And it didn't look dry to me, but apparently it didn't really show urine, so it's okay. And I approved it. He reported it after he read my post. And that was the guy that actually got banned because he went
That's out of spite.
Yeah.
That's purely out of spite.
And he reported it, and I'm like, keep it, because I looked back at it, because at first I'm like, I saw something about nursery cuddles. I didn't really read what she said or the hashtag she put. But when it was reported, I went and looked deeper into it. Like, okay, does this obviously show urine? Is this vulgar? What is the hashtag? And it was like, diapered and not ashamed. And it was like, no, this girl's keeping it. I'm not gonna do that. And I asked Tony about it because I'm like, okay, what are our
second opinion?
Well, he's the leader. And I'm like, what is the qualification for a picture being deleted? He's like, if it's vulgar, i.e. crotch shot, or if it has like urine or feces in it. He's like, that's our only criteria. And I said, okay, then we're keeping this picture. You know, and then seconds later, minutes later, the dude is blocked.
Yeah.
And banned, and Tony did a live video because he was not happy.
And it's a group for adults, and if adults cannot handle the situation of, yes, some people are going to find sexual gratification over wearing diapers because that's part of actually a human coping mechanism.
And it's also, it's like, okay, and that's Tony's thing. He's like, whether or not you're ABDL or you have a problem with it, he's like, either way, I will not tolerate anything bad being said about that community. He's like, I dabbled in it when I was a kid. You know, because
you have to explore all sides.
He's like, I admit it did kind of fascinate me, but now he's had 2 strokes, he's incontinent, he's got a son who's autistic, and he's like, that side of things doesn't really interest me anymore.
Yeah.
He's like, however, some of my best friends are ABDLs or are transgender, and he's like, I will not tolerate one iota of saying bad about any other human being in here.
Yeah.
And
if it's not my personal opinion. And even as a Christian individual, so I can trump other Christians in this issue.
I like what Skip said here. He's like, the big thing is why wear boring diapers. The real thing is that if it wasn't for us ABDLs, they wouldn't have decent diapers. And this is true. North Shore is prime example of that. They went from selling, they sold the top of the line at the time, but now they're branching out. They're like, we're going to include the ABDL community. We're going to include printed diapers, and we're going to make a better diaper. And now they have one of the best diapers on the market.
Yep.
Because they've actually gone to the frickin' ABDL cons. They are there at every con. Because they want to hear from their customers, both incontinent and ABDL.
And most of the time they're both. Which they luckily realized. And when it comes down to it, it's just
diapers are just undies, Matt. Yes, they are.
When it comes down to it, anyone who is like hypersensitive about that, it's their own problem for being hypersensitive.
Yeah.
It is their own issue with that.
A lot of it, I think.
But I think a lot of it should come down to the simple fact of, is it harming you?
Right.
Is it affecting your life?
Exactly.
Then fuck the hell off.
Well, that's what almost any normal therapist is going to tell you. Like, I had a therapist who was a Lutheran therapist, number one. So, Christian, basically.
I mean, Christian denomination.
Yeah. And she had no idea what being an ABDL was about. And, so when I told her what it was, she's like, I don't know enough about it. I'll have to research it. She said, but my initial opinion is this is keeping you off drugs and alcohol. You're not involving children. You are finding a way to cope with your health issues that is safe.
Harms no one. And
she's like, you're not harming anyone. You're not harming yourself. I have no problem with it. She's like, embrace it. That was the one good thing about this therapist. Other than that, she was a bit of a crap because she just didn't know enough. She wasn't actually a psychologist. But that being said, like, that's the only reason that ABDLs are really seen as such a bad thing in society is because the media is only showing the most extreme people who are like, I'm going to do nothing but live as a baby.
Yeah.
That's where the true TV episode they did, I have not seen the full thing. I've only seen like
There's plenty of them.
I've only seen their like 15, not even 15-minute, like 5-10 minute clip of it, where they actually go into like they follow a guy who lives in a small town in Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
They follow a girl who's like, I'm literally into this because I was abused and had trauma in my life.
Yeah.
And they actually followed the people I've wanted them to follow for a long time, and I really wish I could find it. It's
the healthy people.
And it's like, if the world saw that side, if the world realized that so many of the people in the ABDL community, number one, are non-sexual about it. Number two, it's because of a trauma that they have gone through. And this is how they are dealing with it. Something else, I was getting very depressed back a bit ago and had someone tell me to try the crinkles. Crinkles are awesome. I am in one right now. They are, the only downfall to them is their tapes are not the greatest.
And you're allergic to them.
I am mildly allergic to crinkles, yes. It really depends on if I'm wearing a diaper that I'm allergic to all the time. But that's the thing is, like, with a lot of these people in the incontinence community that are depressed, is because, number one, it is a hard thing to deal with. But it's also the fact that they're allowing the stigma to rule their lives. There are so many people.
They're accepting the negative thoughts.
Yeah, it is true. And it's like, no. You go to your family. Go to your family and say, hey, this is what happens.
I mean, no, but
you know, or well, if it's a true incontinence issue,
yeah,
telling your family you're incontinent and explaining to them, you know, I've gone to the doctors. This is what's going on. This is what I'm going to do to improve my quality of life. Like, I know some family members are horrible and closed-minded, and that's beside the point.
Bigoted.
Yeah, and it's like, I guess I had it easy because I had gone through so many health issues before that, and my poor mother was the first one to ever change my diaper after my first surgery. So we were kind of, it was a gradual enough thing, and my mom did struggle with it at first. But once she realized and had the doctor tell her, you know, the test results where my bladder is absolutely dead, she was like, wow. Okay. And she actually apologized to me for actually thinking that maybe there was not something as seriously wrong as there was. You know, my grandmother was the same way with it. Like, well, she's just faking. No, it's not the case.
It's kind of like the case of, like, when your child first starts wetting the bed again.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, at first you just fight the hell out of it, and then you realize they're not doing it on purpose.
Right.
They're not just waking up and wetting the bed.
Right.
No. They are being bullied. They are stressed out because they have too much homework. They are this or that. And then you start having actual empathy because it's not just attention.
Yeah. And, like, it's such a common thing, too. It is such a common thing. Is there tape on my wall? Picture. It's a very common thing that kids wet the bed because a lot of times their bladders are just not developing as fast as their body is. That's one of the main causes for it.
That and stress.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised if the amount of bedwetters has increased since I was a kid.
Yeah.
Because of the amount of stress tiny humans are under nowadays. Like, that's a ridiculous thing that I have to say.
My phone?
No, that was mine. That tiny humans are being stressed out. I've seen the homework that they've had to bring home. Yeah. I'm just like, what the fuck is this? You're 10.
Yeah. Well, that's also the other thing that's the problem, and this is what I've always said about if I were to have a kid of my own. The push to potty train is so bad.
The no diaper life.
Yeah.
Where they are literally potty training newborns.
Yes.
By, like, teaching them a specific sound.
I know someone who did that and had extreme success. Their baby was dry at night by the age of 1 simply because of how they did it. One person I knew did it.
Fair.
And this was a family that they had a 16-year-old and then they had a baby.
Fair.
So she's like, hey, let's try this. And he was also the calmest, most easygoing baby in the world.
Fair enough. I'm just like, no.
Yeah.
If you want to go organic, get a fucking cloth diaper.
Yeah. My sister started to try that, and she's like, yeah, screw that. It was more of a fun thing, like, hey, if we're out and about and we don't have a diaper on hand to change them into, let's try this. You know, she did that for a couple months, and that was it.
I know.
But
I'm just like, be prepared. It is an infant. They're hard enough as it is.
No, they're in the room, Matt. This is my roommate.
No, they're in the room,
Matt. I don't know if that picked you. Yep. But having worked in it, I worked in a daycare when I first moved to Kansas, and I worked in the room where they're about 1.5 to 2. And it was literally this scheduled thing. Every so often, every child was forced to sit on the toilet.
No.
And
just let the child go. I have to pee. Take them to the fucking bathroom.
Well, we had one kid who was like this neat freak little kid.
Fair.
And he didn't like his diaper, so he was potty training and doing very well at it. But there was this other one who was, you know, I'm 2, I still use my binky constantly, and don't give a shit about things. And he was not ready.
Well, and part of that might just be nurture. When you reach 2 years of age and they're still at that stage, that becomes you need to talk to the parent. Like, what are you doing at home?
But even then, I mean, he's only 2. He's not even 2.
Well, that's fair. But still, like, when you start reaching that age, in my personal opinion, you do need to start talking to the parent, like, what's going on?
Like, it wasn't,
but only a talk.
But it wasn't even that. It wasn't, okay.
Are you putting clothes on backwards?
No. You have to have the waterproof the waterproof facing outward.
Oh, okay.
So it goes into this part goes into the waterproof part here.
Okay. I'm just like, that doesn't show the print. And then I was like, oh, okay, that's because it's on that side.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I am of the mindset,
like, kids should be potty trained.
You
shouldn't, like, be a permanent diaper wearer.
No, but
that's not healthy.
But in, like, the UK, they do it completely differently, you know, like, they go much later on and they let the kid lead. Now, if you're getting into the point where you're in daily school, you're 5, 6 years old, yeah, you probably should be potty training.
But a lot of it has to do with the way that parents are going. Because, like, I know for a fact I was potty trained before I was even 4 years old.
Yeah, but were...
But I was the third child. Both of my siblings were fully potty trained. Well, I think Brendan wasn't fully, but he was autistic, so that doesn't count.
Well...
But, like, both of my siblings were either potty training or potty trained.
And, like, Andrew...
And it's the same way with why I walked. Either walk or be dragged.
Yeah, and Andrew was only 18 months apart from his brother, and from what he actually remembers, he was potty trained right away because his mom's like, I'm not doing 2 diapers.
Fair.
And he was kind of forced into it. Hey, Troy. He was forced into it, and that's caused trauma. He remembers it being a traumatic event.
You know.
And it's like, it never should be that. Like, this one family I watch, they have 6 children. They had their 2 boys who are only a year apart. Then they had another one a year later. And then they had triplets.
Oh, God.
So their middle kid, the third one, they're like, well, we'll start to potty train, but it's really up to him. And he potty trained, and then he's like, no, I'm going to do diapers for a little while, and things like that. And he was about 4, or almost 4, when he was fully out of diapers all the time. Yet their 3-year-old triplets are not potty trained. You know, like, they go along with the child, and that's so important. Yeah. You know, I would start to introduce it not till they're at least 2.
Well, see, but here's a huge difference.
Unless they're...
Introducing it can be something that you can do earlier on, but in a fun way. You can do the potty chart of tell mama if you feel something, and I'll take you to the bathroom, and if you get to go, then you get to put the sticker.
I've watched these other people who their kid just turned 2, and it's like, okay, he's 2, we're going to do the 3-day boot camp.
You know, don't do that. That is just showing your child as an ABDL.
Right. I mean, now it worked first with their older child, but she was also the kid that is 2 years old and having conversations and talking to people.
Fair.
That's different. Their other boy...
And boys often train later than girls. That is not abnormal. It's not an insult.
To my predominantly male viewers, yes.
It's not an insult. It's just how it works. And I think that's just because of, actual building of that structure,
Yeah.
it's completely different.
All right, so let's see here. There are so many ABDLs in the case of there being ABDL because they were potty trained too early. Yes. Yes.
That is an aversion to the toilet.
Or a lot of ABDLs were forced into being a big kid way too early in general. Mm-hmm. Like me, I was 3 when my little sister was born. And she was a big handful. Okay, let me see here. I got a few things. Hi, Hannah. The other Hannah is in here too.
Huh. Is it Hannah with an H or without an H?
With an H.
Oh, fun.
Matt says, hey, does she have the same issues like us? No, she is not incontinent like us. Oh. She is just an AB. DL thingamabobby mistress, whatever. She's also Andrew's big mommy, things like that, when he's puppy. We had this discussion a little bit yesterday that, yes, you're his mommy, but you can't big me. It doesn't work out.
I mean, I can, but she resists it too much, and I'm just like, fuck it.
Yeah, because I don't see her as a big. She's my sister. Yeah. And that's how it is.
You know, in my case...
This is what I hate about doing diapers.
I do want to get tested, though, because I think I might have a leakage problem. But that's most likely because I, from a tiny age, was able to hold my bladder for like 24 hours at a time.
If you're holding it like that, you're gonna get leakage issues.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
You know, that's a thing.
No, she is our partner. In crime. No, she is our partner.
I'm in your partner in crime.
She is my partner in crime. We do team up on Daddy every now and then.
Unfortunately.
Poor Daddy. I feel so bad. But at the same time, she's a naughty little thing.
Not in reality.
You can be. You're more likely to get yourself spanked and in trouble.
Yes, however, we've been over this. Unfortunately, Zelly is a traumatic little and has coping mechanism issues.
But that being said, you know, now I will diverge off this lengthy topic of potty training. Just, I feel that there is no reason to ever force a child into it. Introducing them to the potty is fine, but I would never force my child into potty training by a certain age.
And then there's the other thing with that is humiliation.
Yeah.
The amount of parents who fucking humiliate their child into being potty trained is intense.
Everybody says to tell you hi. She was over here where she could see you guys. She went over here so that I was kind of looking toward the camera. But in all actuality, I don't actually look at the camera very often when I'm working, so.
That's fair. But however, you were having like an actual conversation at the time, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go over here.
They like it when you're in here and talk, though.
Fair.
Right, guys?
I mean...
We got 7 people today. Now I'm warm. Okay, we can take off.
Suspenders!
Well, my shirt's not even tucked in because I just threw it on to keep the suspenders from touching me.
Fair enough.
But, okay, now I have to do the annoying part of actually putting the snaps in. And I have to count. So give me a sec. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16,
200,
18, shut up, 20, 2, 4, 6, 8, 30. Oh, I am almost out of my white. I really need to pick those up. 2, 4, whoops, 6. I think I have actually 37 in there, but that's okay. And 1 went inside my pants.
Good job. At least you can unsnap them.
I know, but it's in there somewhere. I can't find it. It'll drop out later.
You walking around the store. Oh, I forgot that was
I was at the store, and this father in the restroom so mad because his son had an accident. This is a little kid that is in pull-ups, and I told him he really doesn't mean to do that. And I told him, just take it easy, it'll come. Just have patience, and you know you'll all develop differently. Another time I felt so bad for this one kid because he had wet his pants. Oh, his dad was dragging him through the store. I would have done and bought him some clothes, changed him in the car. Yeah.
Or taking him out to the car.
Or taking him out to the car or something.
If it's cold, put a shot around him.
Yeah.
Do something.
There are a lot of ways.
Or pick the kid up. You've had his pee on you before. Just pick him up and carry him.
It depends on how big they are, though.
If they're wetting their pants, they're most likely small enough to still be picked up.
Yeah. But
most likely, I said.
Yeah.
My sister, she had an issue with that actually. My older sister, while pregnant with Skylie, was out at Walmart and she wet her pants. And her friend fucking dragged her through the store.
With wet pants.
With wet pants.
Oh my god.
She didn't bring her any pants. She humiliated her. Oh. And I feel so bad for my sister. I'm like, for some people that's a fucking fantasy, but she was pregnant as all hell.
Then like, again, pregnant as all hell, people would understand. But at the same time,
but still,
be like,
you are a grown ass woman with wet fucking pants.
That's the friend that should have gone. Let's go grab you a cheap pair of sweatpants.
Well, no, I wouldn't even I would have been like, go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, no, I know, but
go to the bathroom. I'll be there in a minute. No, she was waiting in the bathroom and her friend dragged her out.
I suffered with all growing up. Yeah, had accidents all the time in daytime. Didn't wet the bed, but I had lack of nerves in my bladder and I couldn't tell when it was full. Yep. See, that's what I've dealt with in life now. I hate doing this on the table, by the way. It's too short. It's weird. You can. Normally I would do pink with this, but I don't have pink. Normally I would do pink, and it makes me sad. There's only 5 in there. I need 36.
Ha! You should have done alternative.
I only have these colors at the moment.
Fair. You should have done the pink and the purple and the white and just done
No.
alternative colors.
No, it looks weird when you do that. Plus, those don't really exactly. That one goes. This one sort of goes.
It would have looked adorable, okay?
But those I used on this.
Fair.
So there's only like 4 in there.
Yeah, but you could have.
No, it looks weird unless you have enough to do a specific pattern, like alternate every other one.
Fair.
Or with mine, I have the ones that I snap to a different color. So Andrew knew that. He still hates changing cloth diapers. He still refuses to do it.
Andrew needs to grow.
He hates changing cloth diapers. Like,
he hates changing your diapers. It's
like, dude. Actually, no, he told me the other day, don't take fiber, it makes it more sticky. And I'm like, yes, but fiber makes me go 4 times a day instead of 10. I'm like, I will take the fiber. Unless you want to spend $500 a month on diapers.
Right.
Unless you want to spend $500 a month on diapers.
Good job. Did you forget to put the sign in?
Yep.
Good job.
It's okay. All I do is this. But that's the reason there's this. Wait, did I just throw that?
Right there.
This way. I do that a lot. Normally, as soon as I pull it off, I put one in there. Because I do that all the time.
Fair.
But usually I'm like that, so I don't forget. This is the worst part of diaper making, guys. This is the one part that I absolutely hate. And would hire somebody to do this. If I were making diapers more often, I totally would hire Zelly to do this.
I mean, legitimately, this is exactly like button making.
Yeah, but
I would do that during the con for 3 whole days. I've made a total of probably a couple of thousand.
It hurts my
buttons.
hands and shoulders though, because this is number 1 cast iron. Mm-hmm. This whole thing is solid. That's not the piece that goes back. Solid cast iron, and it's solid cast iron, and it's.
Yeah, no.
What did Matt? Oh, Matt. That the yes is, I believe, to something I said, but it's nice to have somebody that understands us. Yes, it is.
No, I don't have to deal with the incontinence issue. I think.
Wait a minute. Why are we having? Shit.
What'd you do? What'd you do? What'd you do?
See if those are even gonna stick. I say that's a yes. Notice how they're. Yeah, I had the wrong head on there. God damn it. Hi, buddy.
Oh, the cat's alive?
Yeah.
Oh, the cat's alive?
Yeah. Yes, it is noon. However, you just ate 2 hours ago. However, you did just barf too. No, the difference is yeah. So just so you guys know, I have 2 different heads for the snaps. You can't see it. Let me see it. I gotta pull up OBS so I can show you guys properly. Alright, so this is for the male end. There's no like sticky outy piece to. So the male end has the outward shape of the snap. You can't see it very well because of that stupid wall. But it has the outward shape of the snap, whereas the female end obviously has inward shape. We got studs and sockets. But you have to have, and this is why I had such an issue when I first started, because I only had the snap pliers, and they didn't tell you need two separate. Hi. They didn't tell you needed two different things, but this one snaps in so that there's a piece that goes around, that goes right into the, God damn it! Cat!
Hand me the kitty.
No, he wants snuggles with me.
Hand me the kitty.
He doesn't want you.
But hand me the kitty.
No, I'm good. He can have snuggle time. Troy, it's mama time!
The cat's staring at me, though.
Troy's my guy that always is like, it's mama time. You can't do things because it's mama time. Right, Troy? That's you. He says yes. Feed me now. No, he could eat, but I still, even if he barfs, I generally wait a little while, like 3-4 hours to feed him, so that his stomach is fully settled down. But, he smells like food so bad right now. But we have to have the snuggle time.
It's
Hey,
really
race car!
Quite a really interesting thing about the ABDL community, though, is the type of the reasons.
Yes, there's a
The
lot of
reasons why. But, like, usually, like, there's a lot of them, but, like, there's, like, 4 categories.
Hey. He's just sitting here purring.
Purring.
That's what he is saying. Feed me now. Not that he should be. Yeah. Actually, he honestly probably just really wanted some snuggles. It's about the time that he comes upstairs and wants. I mean, it's noon. He usually does eat at noon. But also, when he gets fed at 10, I'm not going to feed him right away at noon. I usually make him wait till about 1. But this is why the sling.
I mean, it's just gonna add extra to your boobage.
That's okay. Actually, I'm gonna plan on getting him to go right here.
Fair.
I just don't want to have like I don't care where he sits on there, so long as
have the
I don't have
back.
to hold him. Oh, he won't like that. He wants to be in my face.
He's a weirdo. You're a weird cat, Snitch.
This is his favorite, is right here.
Well, you mean in the show right there.
Just wondering, and a poll for us here. Anybody else tried the crinkles and think the print really doesn't scream baby? It doesn't scream baby. It just screams. I mean, it sort of, but not really. It's one of the least baby prints.
Honestly and truly, I would love them to make more just fun underwear prints.
Yeah.
Like, there have been plenty of colorful underwear. Just take some of those prints,
yeah,
make something similar, and stick it on a fucking diaper.
Like, doing geometric shapes and things like that would be fun, fantastic.
Something that's just... You could even do the geometric shapes and make it the fucking bisexual flag color. People would love that.
I'm interested to see what North Shore does, because they are... Put your tail back. That was not nice. He just flopped his tail down on the table and just flung some of my snaps on. No, I'm holding that tail. Rock-a-bye kitty in the treetop.
Boop the nose.
Now snitches. Naughty kitty. Race car spelled backwards, Ellie.
Is race car?
I know. That's this person's screen name. I love it. There goes the coffee pot turning off. Would you kindly... Aye! We've had this talk many a time. Stop whipping your tail all over the place. Now go see Sally.
Yeah, when we were learning like sight words and doing English on a regular basis, and like when I was a kid.
Okay, I gotta find my snaps.
When we found out race car that was race car backwards, my brothers flipped the hell out because they realized my name did the same thing. And I'm just like, shocker. My brothers have brains.
And
yes, I do see that.
I might start wrapping some gifts so I don't have to be like as tidy about that closet right now.
Fair.
But I don't want to do snaps. Did I put one in? Yes, I did. I was like, wait a minute, I haven't had snaps look like. What's the bottom? I haven't had snaps look like that in forever. He is such a cute little kitty. Okay, now I need a change, honestly. I stink. That is the one other downside of Crinkles. They stink. Much better. Oh, see, that is much better. There we go. Beautiful. Right, I did the right one. But it actually snaps in with this one. It's hard to undo it. Are we almost, how many did we do? 1, 2, 3, 4.
I like how he climbs up when I move my arm.
Well, Jimmy does the same thing. He's always climbs to the highest point. But he's a bird. I know, Jimmy, I know.
You said his name.
No, he can hear you and me in here. Why are you so loose? No, I just tightened. But I was having looseness around. This thing is filthy. When you take it apart, it gets grease everywhere.
Oh, duh.
It also takes a lot less to press these when you use the right hand. But see, it's like, snaps out. These don't do that. This piece does not do that.
Okay.
But these ones do, and that's how I know it's done well.
Hi. I know.
Not at all good here. Are you still in a lot of pain, Troy? God, that purr is so loud.
It really is.
Normally I do bottom, then top. I don't know why I did top, then bottom, but
Because you're a weirdo.
I don't like this print either. It's, unfortunately, so, I have a thing. I hate fabrics that are one direction. And both of these diapers are directional. And it drives me crazy. Like, I'm going to go through and take all of them off that do that. Because then I have to be careful. Like, either the front is going to be facing the right way and the back is going to be upside down. And I hate that. Hopefully you feel better soon, Troy. Getting ready to finish the job you were doing yesterday over at your neighbor's? Oh, I should probably check Restream, make sure I don't have any Twitch comments I need to read. No Twitch. Twitch is obviously not my forte for streaming. Because nobody likes Twitch, apparently. But I still do it on both because then when I play music here, YouTube freaks out and is like, oh, this is copyrighted, so you can't get monetization from these videos. Which, granted, my streams don't get as many views as my videos. So now I could just delete them and send them over to, and be like, they're going to be stored on Twitch for 60 days. I just wonder, I just realized this about my snap press, guys. So, I know the holes are here for a reason. Because you can mount it to a table. I know the hole here goes to there. What the fuck is this hole for?
For a handle for leverage. So you can make it, you can add.
Yeah, but it's not even, it's not, like.
Think about having to press something harder. Having that angle.
Well, like, I actually tried at one point being able to, like, if I could get this to not go as far up. But I can't. It's got a stopper, and the stopper would have to be. Can you move? No, you cannot move the stopper.
What is your problem?
He does this all day long when I'm in here. Yeah, it does make it hard to change.
You flicked himself in the head.
He does that a lot.
You stupid cat.
My back has been out for the past 3 weeks. Oof. 14 loads uploads. Yuck, Troy. Makes it hard. Troy, I understand that because he thinks the spot of paint on the ceiling is the bug. He does that on an almost daily basis.
You're gonna fall backward, cat.
I know how that feels, Troy, because when I injured my hip,
I lied. I'm gonna save you.
It was really to hook the machine that automatically stamps it down. Yeah.
It's stuck. It's stuck. It's stuck. Love you too, Snitch.
He's all mad now.
I didn't make him step in it.
Bink, I would use the hole that you questioned to put a handle. Yeah. Well, that is something. I mean, yeah, it would be easy if I had this and I could just go with the handle. Maybe I'll make Andrew make that. Because it would get my... I mean, normally I'm doing this on the floor. Oh, I'm echoing. Hang on. I said moot. Normally, I would do this on the floor so that I'm more at a decent level to do this. And it makes life a lot easier. Don't put tape on my cat. You can go get the bird if you want.
You have tape on your cat now.
Don't put tape on my cat, please. Did he get it off?
Nope.
Sally! This is why I say she's the troublemaker. I might have to go change my diapers, guys. It's getting really rank. When do you want to do the things we need to do? We have to go take my packages to the store, drop them off. We have to pick up pellets and olive oil for our buddy. Also, we need toilet paper. And my battery is probably... Hey, Bubba! Hi! Hi!
You fucking shithead.
Please don't leave him over there, because he'll keep on things. You can come over here and play. Come on, see Mama. Hi, Bubba. An ornery streak. She teases the cat a lot, but he actually likes her a lot. They both do. Snitch! I got your brother. Oh my god. Give me that. Come here, Snitch. Come see your mama. Oh. Hey, look, we got your brother. He's like, oh, mama. Here, Snitch. Come here, Snitch. Come here. No. He's like, I remember, he bites. You're gonna slip down, but...
I couldn't die. He's not happy.
But, yes. This bird is the boss. No, I want my birdie. Wanna go play? You love to play.
The little hop.
He loves to just walk around on the table and play while I do that. Hi! Your brother's on the table. Why are you doing that?
Because blue tint.
And no me.
You can see you just fine.
No, not anymore.
I wanted to see what happens, that's why. It's translucent, kind of.
It would be fine if exactly on the middle was there.
That's what I was trying to aim
it
for.
Didn't do it.
Sad.
Troy says, bad girl. She is naughty. And
I am entertaining.
My battery just jumped up to 85 watts. Let's not do that. Well, it only did because I did green. Those actually don't really work. Not enough.
That's not enough light?
No.
That's sad.
Yes, it is.
I mean, they were $5.
They were $4.
Fair.
Hi!
Don't you dare pick up the button.
Oh, he plays with snaps all the time. I don't care. But we'll give you some to play with by yourself. You want to play? Here you go. Back up. Here, you can have these. You want to play with some snaps? Oh, you want your paper back? Here's your papers. Let's get the lighters away from you. That I don't want you to play with. Ah! My battery.
Motherfucker.
Did everyone everything just go blue, or did I score some bad acid? Okay, see you later, Skip. No. No. Put that one back in. Put it back. It's bent. Put it on the plate.
Oh, okay.
This one's not bent. This is the standoff that goes on when this bird is here. This cat is like, I'm gonna sit and I'm not gonna move. Hello, Adam. Not the Adam that's coming. The other Adam. This is just like they're literally having a stare down over here. How about you get down and go see somebody else? So the bird will move and play. Because that's why he's in here in the first place. Oh, see, you're standing in his spot. No, don't put it over the heater vent. Because then it'll get on fire.
Don't really have that but okay.
But that's his favorite spot. He literally, during the day...
Hand me the cat. Come here, you shithead. Come here, you shithead.
He's like, you're going to put tape on me again. During the day, he goes from heater vent to heater vent between the bathroom and this room and my room.
There.
Whatever room I'm in, he usually, like, immediately runs to the heater vent, and it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Hi! Hello! You are molting so bad right now. Yeah. Hello, baby. Hey, bird.
Think the cat's okay.
Yeah.
Or not.
How about something else? Oh, you want to play with paper? Look, I got papers. Oh, what's this, Jimmy? Oh, pretty paper. Where are you going? Just don't poop on anything important.
So what I'm hearing is I need to put him on the computer.
I don't care if he poops on the computer. That's where he's trying to go. Of course, I give him snaps. Rip.
No, anyways.
That one didn't feel all that great, but... We do not chew on the headphone cords. Here, you can have stuff to play with, though. Here, play with the snaps. Here. Play with all the fun colors. Here you go. There's some red. There's some blue. And some green. Ooh, pretty colors. He's gonna go for the white anyway. Just don't bite through them, please. That is the one thing. No.
He wants to play with what you're playing with.
Yes, he does. He's also making his way to the computer. Let's get the sharp things out of your way. Hang on. Except for you're walking all over pins or posts.
Mine.
He's just picking up every single snap and like throwing it. It's hilarious. You want to try every single one. Ooh, easy. Don't do that. And we made it to the computer. There's a birdie. Stop pressing buttons! Nope. We got the start menu open. There we go. Please don't press the buttons. No, he's fine. Let him play. I don't care. He'll get down. Don't bite the rubbers, though. Oh, we just made me big screen. How about not? Okay, come here. You are really... Ooh, let's play.
Don't think he likes this.
Oh, yes, he does. He's picking up all the snaps. This is awesome. Jimmy, you are so entertaining at times. I love you. Whatever you do, just don't mix everything up. Like, I don't care if 1 or 2 go in there, but don't mix everything. Would you like to get out of there? No? Okay. Just don't poop in it. That... No. No fluffing in there. Sorry. No fluffing. That always leads to pooping. When you
I like how he was, like, right over top of one. Like, he was actually aiming.
Yeah, you want to play with some... Here, here's a post. There's more. There you go. No. We're going to block you from this spot if you don't stop. No. You have everything in the world to play on, but you want my computer.
It's shiny.
He loves the computer, and he types. So it's fun. What you doing? No. No! Come here. You're just being goofy today. Mwah. I love you. Want to play the game?
The only problem with him giving me kisses is he tries to bite off the dead skin on my lips.
Yes. Ow, that was a little rough. That's not the game. Such a big, tough guy. What do you think? See, he knows the difference between just hanging out and playing the game. Nope. He is not fond of this fabric. Let's see if he likes the hat. This bird has a very weird thing for hats.
I wonder what would happen if I put my buttons on the thing. That should be angled right. Yep, there we go.
Shows how dirty they are.
Does it auto-correct it? Because,
No.
like, my eyes are fucked up.
It looks normal.
It's weird. Because my eyes are fucked up.
Oh, no. Hi, bub. Up. Go on that shoulder. Just because my right arm is going to be moving a lot. Yeah, badass it again. When do you want to go do stuff?
I've been awake for a while now. I've just been letting you do your morning routine on your own. Because, like, I'm actually nice whether you say it or not.
I don't mind. I'm used to the Wednesdays of you being around.
Fair. But I'll also be here all day tomorrow, so...
Oh, fuck me. Well, we have a lot. Well, honestly, I'm debating.
Good job.
No, it's in there. I just have to grab it. Where'd it go? Okay, it's on the floor now. I'm just debating whether or not we're gonna do cooking here or just go to Jerry's and do it.
Okay. We need to get a pumpkin pie.
Yes, we do need to get a pumpkin pie today. Okay, now I have to separate the pieces because Jimmy has mixed them up. I need these. She took those away from me. Silly is playing around. Yes, she is. Did I? Oh, I already put one in there. But that's my marking pencil.
Well, technically.
Yours. They're right there.
I know. I figured you get a little bit more use out of them than I would.
That's rare that happens.
Jimmy.
Unfortunately, I'm working on the side that doesn't have the blue marking, so it's a little harder to see. I have to look on the back for the hole. Is my ear annoying you today?
He doesn't like that it's not covered in hair like it's supposed to.
He does that. It's really funny. But he won't do that if I'm...
You know what? I still fucking love. And a story that everyone here should know about.
Hello, Brian.
Have you told them the story of the kids that I babysat for? With my teeth? Those kids that I convinced that I was a vampire.
Oh. Yeah, she had a free bird piercing. Yeah, no thank you, that would be painful. I do have pierced ears, I just am highly allergic to metals. So I can't wear even gold or titanium or anything like that. My ears swell up.
That's part of the reason I think I would be really bad at that daycare, because I would just let the kids because, like, I didn't tell the kid that I was a vampire. No. She came up with that all on her own.
Oh, yeah.
She looked at my mouth, saw that my front teeth were fucked up because I have fangs, and was like, why is that messed up? I'm like, why do you think? Because I was going to try and explain that to a 3-year-old.
Real quick, guys. I have a funny thing that I keep on doing, and I did this last time, too. So I'm so used to sewing, right? Mm-hmm. Moving the foot. That whenever I go to do this, I do the foot, too.
Good job.
I'm like, where? I'm looking around for my professor foot.
Good job, you weirdo.
Oops, stay on there.
But yeah, no, I thought that was funny as hell.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
They probably still remember because, like, legit, it was like 2 or 3 years doing cons with them that, like, they would listen to me purely because I would suck their blood if they were bad, because that's how I became a vampire. Hey, their mom backed me up on it. Like,
did
legit.
he poop on me?
Nope. Not yet.
He poops about every 15 minutes, so he is really about due for it.
But, like, legitimately. It's the best thing ever.
Oh, he wants me to pet him. That's the thing. He wants my ear to pet his neck. No, he won't want a hand to do it.
Come here, you.
He thinks that my ear is a hand, and therefore he thinks it's going to pet him. He can walk on the table, too, but so long as you move the headphones. Or the desk, I mean. God damn it! What am I making today? I am making a cloth diaper. And I'm very distracted because there's a Zelly in here, and I keep doing this, where I forgot to put the snap end on. That is the second time.
Jimmy, do you want to say hi?
He always
want to say hi.
Where's a buddy? Don't encourage him with the computer, please.
But he's bowing for the camera. Hi, buddy.
Oh, by the way, I need to keep back a little bit of sweet potato for him. Because he loves sweet potato.
Fair.
Before I put out... Well, actually, no, I can't.
How about the sweet potatoes we bought are still good?
That's true. They should be. That was only, what, a week ago?
Yeah, I thought.
They should be good.
No, we bought them on Saturday. No, it's been a little over a week.
What kind of bird is he? He is a cockatiel. Hello, Tay-Tay.
Hi, buddy.
He is a cockatiel.
Oh, God, it's Tay-Tay.
Ears are just bird-sized petting hands, yeah. He loves and hates my short hair. He likes to play. He used to preen me all the time. He just preen my hair and just preen away.
Hey, Tay, how's your sister doing?
He says, what do you mean, oh God?
The same old God that I used to give you every time you entered chat. Hi, buddy. Oh no, it's Tay! Run away!
Could you make one for a 50-inch waist? Yes. I believe mine go up to about a... I'd have to measure. Give me a sec.
Considering measure. I am a 52.
I will measure. I got one right here.
Well, considering you make one for yourself.
Yeah, and I'm, well...
You're like a 50-something.
Yeah, but the tops are tighter on the... I have to go tighter than the bottoms. Okay. So this is the diaper on its smallest setting. And it goes up to a... this is a 44.
That is not its smallest setting.
Yes, it is.
No, because Andrew's is small.
No, Andrew's a medium. This is a large.
Oh, okay.
This is a 44 through, I believe it goes up to, I want to say it goes up to 60.
Me.
And that's stretched. If it's not stretched, it actually would probably be more like a 42. Okay, so unstretched, this is a 62. Unstretched, this is 62. So it's always going to have a little bit of stretch. Granted, this is not the best size to wear it on because this is literally the last set of snaps. I would honestly say I would most recommend it going a couple inches smaller, so like a 60. I haven't done, honestly, the measurements that I have for my diapers are fairly old, and I'm not sure they're all that accurate. So I really need to redo them. So let's see. This is where I'd suggest about going up to. Unstretched, it is a 48. But that's also, there's a lot of stretch in it. There's about 2 extra inches of stretch, so it's like a 50-ish. It's actually more than that. It fits a bigger portion of that because I have a... Let's remeasure because about where my diapers go. My hip, where I wear my diapers is about a 52. And I wear my diaper on the second snap and the third snap. So basically, my diapers go like this. So that's why I think my measurements are really far off.
You also have a butt, and a lot of old people have a butt.
Right, but I'm saying, this is technically saying, okay, this stretches up to 50-something inches. But if we were to measure my setting, I do this. This one seems wonky. Why does this seem so...
Because you're a weirdo.
No, it's normal. For me, like my setting, it says, okay, where's this? For my setting, it says that the starting point is a, see, that'd be 40, 50, no, 20, 30, 40. You have 42. But stretched out, it says it's, and this is not the greatest accurate measuring system either. This is kind of what I did. It actually goes a lot bigger than I have posted, I think. Because this says fully stretched out, this is about 46. And I'm definitely bigger than that.
So I always find it funny that you're a 52 and I'm a 52. Like, that doesn't match up.
That's at my... I have the narrow waist, massive hips.
I know, which I find it funny because I have narrow...
It's interesting. But you carry your weight differently. You carry yours more in the front. I carry mine to the side. So I'm flatter this way, but I'm wider than you.
And it's really funny.
And it's funny. 37-inch waist, you would probably be in my mediums, Troy.
But that's about Andrew's waist.
No, Andrew is a 32 at max.
Fair.
Andrew is about maximum 32.
I said about, and Andrew's on the very fast snaps.
I have had people wearing the mediums with a 37, 36 inch waist. So, what kind of snaps do you use? I use a plastic snap. Instead of, I actually have snaps here somewhere to show you guys the difference. I've done this before. Oh, hi. I didn't know you were both there together.
Yep, they've been sitting there for a while now.
Oh, cool. The standoff continues. Waste is a terrible thing to mind. Okay. I've had these. I've put these away. Aha.
Why not?
It's gross.
No, it's not.
All right, so I know I've showed this before. Somebody was asking me a while back. The difference between the snaps. So, typically when people think of snaps, this is the snap they think of here. And it's going to be a little bit, I'm going to pull up OBS so I can show you a little bit of the difference so I can see what I'm doing. So this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 prong snap. This is typically what people see on clothing, is this type of snap. And a lot of people do this on onesies. It's a terrible snap to use because it rips the fabric. Because you're poking 5 holes very close to each other, it will rip the fabric eventually. Whereas the snaps I use have this one middle prong that you poke a hole through the fabric. You just poke one little hole, and then this piece, the middle post that you can kind of see, wait, this way, that gets squished down. Oh, here's one I can kind of show you. It gets squished so that it connects the 2 pieces together. This causes no issues to the fabric itself. It's a very strong snap because this is sandwiched and it's holding tight instead of the prongs being what holds it together and rips because there's friction. These are going to rip. It drives me crazy that that Tykables uses these on their rompers because it's just they tear. My romper, I am almost to the point where 2 snaps are falling off, and I'm gonna have to figure out how to redo them. Not that hard for me, but
how long have you had it though?
Oh, it's been ripped since like the first few times I've worn it.
Okay. But see, that's
I also rarely wear it because of that.
Good estimation. You wore it like 3-4 times, and then it whipped.
Yeah. Whereas so that's why
the romper that you've had for your oldest one.
Oh god, my onesies are old as fuck. Where do I get the snaps? I get them online. I get these ones. There's several different places you can get them. I usually buy them from the same people I buy all my diaper fabrics from. And that is diapersewing-supplies.com.
Get his tail. Get his tail.
But the brand name... Did you unplug me? No. The brand name for these is Cam Snaps. K-A-M. And they have a website. I buy them by about the 100 pack. Actually, it's a 400 pack, so there's 100. That's 100 sockets, 100 studs, and 200 caps.
Hi.
But I swear by them. I have never had one of mine since I've learned how to do them with this thing, especially my earlier diapers. I did not know how to do them. Yes, I had them fall off. And I've had a couple of people, I think, who have had them fall off. But it's really rare that they do that. Diapersewing-supplies.com is where I get all my PUL. Generally where I get my micro fleece, all my snaps. They're a fantastic site. If you guys ever want to order a diaper from me and you want to look at fabrics, look at their site. Their PUL is where I get my stuff. But there's something, like, doing the snaps is interesting because, doing it with a plier. I don't even know where my plier is anymore because I disappeared it. But basically it was this pair of pliers, and you literally had to take the pliers apart to put the different head on there. And this, it's just the snap press. It was a $80 snap press. However, it paid for itself very quickly and ease of use. When I sit down and focus, unlike today, When I sit down and focus on doing snaps, I can usually get a large diaper done in about 15 minutes, where it used to take me 45. So it's a huge difference, and it's a really good investment for somebody who's doing this on a very regular basis. I wouldn't recommend it if you're just doing like a couple things at a time. But and it's doing these snaps does not, you have to be strong. You have to be strong and able to do these.
Keeps hitting my head.
My battery is dead. This is a problem. Can you do me a favor? Can you go grab the other battery? I don't trust you to put this on right. And it's my only good battery.
Wait, I need to plug that one in.
Let's see if it smells. Yeah, smell that. That's not a good thing. What would you change to put new snaps in a couple of my charge? It depends on how much repair they would need, Matt. It depends on if the fabric is ripped or not. I would have to reinforce it. So it depends on how long it would take me. But I don't. Usually I would charge about by the hour for that. Like however long it took me to do each one plus supplies. So you're looking at probably at least I don't even know. It depends on how many. No rips. They have the same snaps you use. Oh, okay. So why would you need to put in new snaps? Are they just getting worn out? But okay. I wouldn't charge that much for that. Basically, it wouldn't cost that much. You disappeared, Sally.
What?
I need the battery.
Oh no! The thing wasn't lining up, so I was trying to make sure it was on.
No, that's Andrew's. I cannot use that one.
I didn't fucking know.
Sticker is Andrew.
Okay.
The black one should be in there. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't charge that much. It's a little, this is the thing. Replacing snaps is a little bit of a tricky situation. Because you actually have to break the existing snap. And that can cause damage to the fabric itself. Basically, what I have to do is kind of put the snap in sideways here. And break. See if I can even show you guys here. Wait, let me put one. I'm going to waste a snap just for you guys. Wait, no, I need female. Thank you. That's the wrong step. Wrong thing. All right, I'm going to go ahead and just put one together here and show you guys kind of what I would have to do. So we're going to see if I can replicate what kind of goes on when I have to take a snap out. And it's a little bit of...
It's annoying, but you can do it.
No, it's actually fairly risky because it can actually quite destroy the fabric. Sometimes I have to actually get pliers out and do this. There we go. So basically, okay, here's the snap. I have enough snaps, don't worry, buddy. I don't have the correct pliers in here for doing this at the moment, but either I stick it in here with it facing upward. If it'll do it, it's really hard to do it on this way, but basically you have to, it doesn't want to stand up. Maybe I will put a padding on there so it doesn't slip. This way. It's easier. Okay, so basically you see here's a good idea of what's going on in order to get this snap apart. See, it's starting to be bent and everything. Basically, I have to just destroy this portion of the snap. And in order to do that, you have to basically crush it to bits with a lot of pressure. Or if that does not work, I have to just go to town with big pliers and just crush it. So it's not something that you can just replace. Like if you have plastic snaps, I'm sure either they shouldn't wear out really, but there we go. We got some action here. But I will show you what actually ends up happening when I do this, because it's not pretty. And this is why I don't really replace them like this. I know that there's a tool that you can use, and I have to find it. But basically, I sit here and I have to squish it till it comes off. We're not getting very far. But yeah, that might be enough to show you what I mean, though. I just want to get this piece off. But basically, let me pull it up. See ya, Tay-Tay. But basically, if you look close, guys, there's a bunch of rips in the fabric. See? And that's what happens when you have to take a snap off. If it were to, say, pop off and this piece was just left, that's not a problem to fix. But when it is still like this, you literally have to have a tool that you use to push the center of the snap through all the way. And it takes a lot of force. It's hard to do. And that's the thing, is you can't always get a good result out of it. Get out of the closet, Snitch. Don't barf in there. Come here. So it's really hard to replace that type of snap without completely destroying everything. So, if I get the tool, I will let you know. I know I can do it if I find my... Stop poking me, please.
I haven't even touched you with it.
If I can find my snap pliers, there is a way that I have read about that I can actually use that as the piece to pop it back through.
That sounded gross.
That was my belly.
That sounded gross.
Yes, I have to go back. But, thank you, Troy. This is from Crinkle Crate. The first one or second one I got or something like that. They used to have an affiliate program. I was in it. That lasted 2, maybe 3 boxes, and then they're like done. Because they made the very bad mistake of giving it to like every YouTuber out there. And that was basically their client base. So they lost a lot of money. And as far as I know, Crinkle Crate no longer exists. So, yeah. It was a really expensive thing anyway. I mean, like, it was like $70 a month.
I want to do the Snack Crate so bad.
Snack Crate would be fun. A bear with a diaper. Yeah, I want to say this is Tabby Monk. There's no sign on, it's not signed or anything. And I'm going to have to ask Tabby Monk at some point. I think Tabby Monk did this. It's very much like, it looks very similar to his stuff. So I think he did these. Not 100% sure on that. Do not quote me on it. It was either Tabby Monk or Tato, but I think it was Tabby Monk. Would you stop touching my left side of my head?
I didn't.
You did.
I wasn't aiming for the left side. I was just aiming for your head.
That's not what I want. I don't need that piece anymore. Don't aim for my head, please. It gives me weird sensory processing issues. But we are over halfway done with these snaps. Yay, I'm actually starving. I need to eat. By the way, I realized those ravioli, the turkey one, has stuffing in it. Which makes me sad.
Well, you can at least try them.
Yes, I will try them. She's being bad today, yes. She's bored. This is what happens when the Ickles get bored.
I am not Ickle, thank you very much.
You have an Ickle personality, regardless of if you're Ickle or not. Would you knock it off?
The tape's been on there long enough. Figured I'd let you know it was there. Cat, don't eat the thing.
It's already bent. It's not really usable. He wants to play and eat. I will feed you when I get up because we do have to run some errands, so. The thing is, I don't know if we have enough money to grab the pellets. I don't know how much they are. For diapers. I don't know how much you have either. At the moment. But we are in desperate need of toilet paper. That may not be able to wait till Friday. Get it off of him! I swear to God. Hang on, bring him here. I will show you guys the naughtiness of this poor kitty. Or what this poor kitty has to put up with. Look at this head. There is a rubble on his head. And he is not happy about it. Hang on, I get it. There we go. Okay. He's like, I am hiding from that bitch.
No, he's okay.
He's also clinging to me very tightly.
But he has.
That's in my ear. That sounds weird.
Now you have a bubble on your desk.
It's a removable one, thankfully.
It has cat hair all over it.
I'm sorry, baby. Stop it! She's being very bad today.
It's funny, though.
I'm sorry, buddy. Do not stick it on my chair. Do not stick it on me. Just put it down and go away.
I put it down. But I'm not going away. It's okay.
I don't spank Zoe. That's Andrew's job.
He doesn't do it either.
He doesn't do it either. He's just such a pushover.
He's so afraid of hunting Zoe's, though.
Yes. Okay.
Come here, cat. Come here, buddy.
He actually released for that. Okay, we have 9 snaps left.
He's perfectly content hiding under my chin.
9 snaps left. Yeah, big time.
What?
Yes, big time. Nine snaps to go.
It's the job of the older sisters to watch over the younger sisters.
Wait, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have extras. I thought I had extras. I'm like, that looks like way too many snaps. I am especially procrastinating because I don't want to do more snaps. I'm so tired of snaps. That is the only, I have seriously thought about not selling diapers anymore just because I don't want to do snaps all the time. They aren't that popular either anymore. They're not a big money maker. I don't get a ton of profit off the diapers. If I were to get the profit I should be getting off of it, you guys would never buy them. They're already, the most expensive cloth diaper on the market. And, yeah. However, that did not have a doohickey on it, did it? Yes, it did. Okay. However, they are handcrafted and made to... They were painstakingly created. But if I could have this an automatic process, I would be in love with it. And you guys are shaking every time I do a snap. I'm really hungry right now. I just discovered this. And it's... Hey, Siri. My phone is not in here. Where the fuck is my phone? Can you bring it in here real quick? Please? I need it. Because I'm not going to tell on you. Because. Are you playing with my phone? No. This is another reason we would need another big, because she's a bad one. Why don't I believe you? The fuck are you? Oh, God.
Are you more entertaining than you just trusting to get wet? So much more entertaining. I didn't touch your phone. You did miss a call from Jerry.
Oh, shit. Let me call him back. Daddy isn't reading my messages. Alexander, Kansas. What the fuck? Give her timeout. Yes. Who is this from Alexander, Kansas? No, it keeps accidentally trying to call people. Don't want it to do that. Give her time. Yes, she is a brat. Yes. Troy, yes, she's a brat. Those of y'all who have you ever taken the BDSM test? Hers is like 90% brat.
That's not true. It was 99%.
She says that's not true. It was like 99%. Mine is like 100% little type thing.
Mine was like 50% little girl and then like 99% fucking.
She's a brat. She really is. Okay, I have to take a break from my frustration of snaps. Bye-bye. Let's put away all the snaps that Snitch was playing. Or not Snitch. That I actually did 2 extras, which is interesting. I have to put away all the snaps that he messed up too. That he threw places. Okay, there's those.
In reality, I'm only really a brat to Brittany.
Yes, this is true. 100% for Zoe, yep.
Here's the thing. I'm a brat to other littles.
Yeah, she's not as much a brat to the bigs, except for she does brat daddy a little bit.
That's usually, though, because I'm having issues, in all fairness.
Usually when she's bratting to a big, it's because she's having anxiety issues or something like that. So, yeah. But when it's to other littles, it is just to be a twerp.
Because it's entertaining
because
as hell,
it's
because usually I'm
What are you doing to my sewing machine? Okay.
I don't mess with sewing machines, okay? I don't do that shit.
That's what this is for.
I know, but this one works better.
I just threw away the horrible one that Mom gave me. Oh, God. There's the snaps that Jimmy dropped. All the snaps. Let's close this before I accidentally... Oh, nope. Hang on. This goes in here. Oh, yes. There we go. No dropping these snaps again.
Yeah, Andrew very rarely sees heavy bratting from me unless I'm having an issue. But when you have a traumatic litter, you should expect that.
Traumatized little.
Yep.
Yeah.
I still want to fucking know why I'm like this.
Oh,
because I really have
hey,
no
Siri.
explanation.
What is the temperature outside?
A nation is a stable community of people formed on the basis of a common language.
What is the temperature outside?
It's 59 degrees right now.
Yes! 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 It's my type of weather, guys. Oh, by the way, this is why I have to change. Because I was very wet. And when you can see it through these jeans, you know I'm really, really wet.
I freaked your cat out.
Why did you freak my cat out?
Because I picked him up and spun him around and put him in my arms like this, and he just got really disoriented. Disorientation!
Anyway.
Nobody ever.
I'm gonna change and shower because I stank.
Okay, I have to be honest. The one thing I do like about your YouTube peeps
is they're cool.
None of them says a single thing about my fucking accent, and it's fantastic.
Saggy pants.
Oh, shit. I got it.
Come here, babe. I am so sorry. Look, Snitch, the window is wide open. Go sit. It's nice and cool. Nice and warm. Hey, Bubba, look. The window's open. Oh, yeah. He's like, finally my window's open. Alright. Yeah, I smell horrible. Bad thing about crinkles is they stink so bad. But I think for now I'm going to go ahead. Oh, Daddy's home. Why is Daddy home? That's weird. Why are you home? Andrew, why are you home? Oh shit, my pants are getting wetter. But you have BPI tonight, right? You have BPI tonight? Okay. Alright guys, my pants just got wetter. It's time to go and change, so I'm going to let y'all go. I may or may not be back later. We shall see. But I'm pretty sure I'm about to leak, so I gotta go. Alright, guys, see you later.